Okay, uh, hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to create a pivot table in Microsoft Excel to analyze food sales data from a company. In here, we use the Microsoft Excel application. Okay, Microsoft Excel is a software program that allows user to process and calculate numerical data number. Numerical data processing is used in every type of work, one of which is in a food company. Food sales reporting activities aim to evaluate the company performance. We can use a pivot table in Microsoft Excel to analyze and conclude data from sales performance. Pivot table have a function to make data analysis and point out conclusion, especially from relatively complex table, so that the table become easy to analyze in more detail. We will analyze food sales data from a company using a pivot table. We will discuss into video. We will create a pivot table step by step in the first video. The steps for creating a pivot table are as follow. Okay, the step one, make sure our data table follow the table creation rules, where no cell merger are not attached to other object. Then the data type is each column must be the same as having column heading. Okay, this is a column heading. Okay, step 2, change the data table into a table object by clicking the table without hyperlink. Okay, click in the table without hyperlink and press Control plus T. Okay, this is a rank, and don't forget my table has header is active, and then click OK. Click OK, and then don't forget to change the name. Don't forget to change the name. We want to type in here T orders 1 for table name. Okay, for table name T orders 1. Okay, next step, set up location to save the pivot table. For example, we create a new sheet and give the name is pivot. Okay, this is plus click new sheet and rename the sheet with type pivot. Okay, back to sheet 1. Okay, click on the table, and we run the command to create a pivot table by clicking on the data table. Okay, and then on the insert tab. Okay, this is insert tab, and click pivot table button. Okay, the table is T order 1, and choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. Okay, this is choose as existing worksheet location. Okay, and then click the pivot and click on cell 3. Okay, I choose cell 3, not A1, for the placement of the pivot table. Should not be placing start in the first cell, but space the edge of about 1 or 2 cell. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, next, rename the pivot table. For example, with TV sales quantity, there should be no space to discussing is from the table column name. Change the name of the pivot table into pivot table analysis. Okay, the pivot table name, and change the pivot table name. Okay, we want to type TV sales quantity. Okay, press enter. Okay, the pivot table name is change in here. Okay, The empty part of the pivot table is called this empty pivot table report. In this section, we will be able to see the conclusion of the data we need. Then, this is a panel on right. The namely is the pivot table panel, which contain list of column or field in our data table. Then notice at the bottom of the panel there are four empty section: filter, column, row, and value. These four sections determine which data to include in the pivot table report. Okay, the next step, the pivot table report by default change the column width according to the data displayed. This is quite annoying because the pivot data table structure will always change when the new data is displayed. We have to turn off this column with setting. Okay, click in here, right click, and pivot table option. Okay, and don't forget to inactive autofit column width on update. Then click OK. Okay, next, compose up a pivot table report by placing columns or data field as needed. First, in the value data we are looking for, in this example, we want to see the total quantity value for each category. Okay, this is quantity, yeah. Drag to value. Okay, drag to value, and next we want to see the categories, then drag to row or column. Okay, in the row. Okay, next, next step, change the column heading. This is column headings, row label, and sum of quantity. Change the name, yeah. For example, in row label, this is change with category, and sum of quantity change with sum of quantity. Okay, not change, no change, no change. Change, no, yeah, change with total quantity. Okay. Nah, okay, we already have a pivot table that controls subject for a complex data. You can change the variable field here, city, this, and removing with the drag. Okay, now we have a finishing. To create a pivot table, we can use the pivot table to analyze data we want. Thanks for attention. Thanks for watching, and hopeful is useful for you.